And I just got stuck by some water, as there's a wedding shoot going on. Okay, so we're here at the Glenorchy Wharf. Hopefully I pronounced that right. It's a really nice small town, but one thing that's really popular about this spot, at least for photographers, is the actual waterfront. There's a beautiful bridge, and there's also a set of trees that sort of hang out in the water, so hopefully we'll be able to go find those. And I just got stuck by some water, as there's a wedding shoot going on. Let's see if I can find another way through. And this will not be it either. I am surrounded by water. All right, I'm gonna find another way and I will catch you when I get there. So I made it here. Hopefully you'll be able to see the trees behind me. Turns out it was right around the corner from me, just had to make it through the water. Now there's probably about 7 of these trees. They're just sort of floating in the water here. And you know, I knew this wasn't going to be the best time for a photo. It's right around noon. There's not a cloud in the sky, sun is way up in the air. I'm gonna see if I can maybe use some of that to my advantage. Maybe play with some of the contrast in the scene. I might try focusing on just one or a few trees rather than trying to get all of them with the vast landscape behind. I've already done a little bit of exploring and I know that there's a few other viewpoints here for these trees, although I thought this one might be interesting just as we're viewing it through the forest canopy here. So I'm gonna get out my tripod, look through a few composition opportunities and see what I can do. Once again, I know it's midday and it's not generally the type of photo I like to take, but I've driven out here to scout. I might come back again at a better time, but at the very least I'm gonna see what I can get now. Okay, so I think we're all set up here. I've got my remote and I've set it on the bulb timer. I've got the 10-stop filter in and I've also added the polarizer. It's not having too much of an effect with the reflections on the water, mostly due to the midday sun, but it is adding a little bit of contrast throughout the scene, especially with those mountains in the background. Shooting at f11, ISO 100, and with just the polarizer I was getting 1/25 seconds, so doing the math for the 10-stop, we're looking at about a 40-second exposure. Given the ripples that I'm seeing in the water, I think 40 seconds should be enough to smooth it out. I probably will play with a few angles both side to side and trying to get a higher vantage point just to play around with how these trees are being framed against the mountains in the background.